What's good, Humble Squad? It's your boy Humble Ziggy. We back here with another reaction for y'all, and apparently Pusha T checks Lil Wayne for a, you can say either a snuff, like a slight little shot at him from Kendrick on his look. All I'm gonna say is this: Lil Wayne, you a GOAT. You one of the greatest in hip hop, but nigga, the last few moments of what you have done, you're slightly, and I'm just saying slightly, diminishing down your legacy just a little bit by you acting out like a entitled little brat right now, all because of the whole Super Bowl thing. And hey, Pusha T is checking him, and look, all I know is if you know the history with how you know, to me, I'ma say it like this. All I'm gonna say is if Lil Wayne ever tries to battle Pusha T, if Lil Wayne didn't see what happened to how Drake battled Pusha T, because of Pusha T, we know about Adonis. So just know that because Drake battled this nigga, he had to introduce the world to his kid now that we now know as Adonis. So hey, Lil Wayne, you better watch out. But either way, we're gonna check this video out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials up there. And without further ado, let's get it.
This Kendrick, I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that
Say it.
I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was.
Yeah, I heard Lil Wayne saying he tried to call Kendrick.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months. Anyway, don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, it's like what Mark told Flip when they had they. Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth
to hit me back. I don't want to hit you back. Nigga. Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes. I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Love Wayne. What I think is where,
And if that is true, right? Cause that's what we saw where allegedly Wayne tried to call Kendrick about that whole shot he took on him on his song Kendrick's song Whacked Out Mirrors, and it was like a slight little jab at him. Hey, if I'm like he said, if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you ain't answering up after you just called me out on a certain song of yours, hold on, let me fix y'all real quick. There you go. Hey, if I called you and you ain't hit me back up yet, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go in the booth and try to deal with you in some sort of way. So if it is true, what I'm gonna say is Wayne has been on record. There's been video proof of him saying, even though he respects the sport of battle rap and such, he is not a battle rapper. He has been on video proof of saying that. So for all the Lil Wayne fans out there, the stands actually, of saying, oh, Wayne is gonna, they want to say about how the light flicker and all that and such. Look, I get it, when the light flickers on, Wayne goes in crazy mode, but when it comes to battle wise, if he on video, I've always say, so you can say a lot of things, but until when I see video proof of something or audio message of something, then I don't believe you. And he has been on video saying that he's not a battle rapper. So I'm just saying, but we'll see.
where they think that you went too far.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
This nigga though.
I don't play like that. That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
It's not.
Kendrick Lamar just ignited a full-blown
Hey,
firestorm with his surprise album.
He ain't wrong. Pusha T ain't wrong. He like he said, there when it comes to this battle rapping shit, there ain't no too far. So it's either Don't fuck with that. Basically, and it don't even have to be Pusha T. Don't fuck with somebody and they won't have to lyrically decastrate you.
Kendrick
Simple as
Lamar
that.
just ignited a full-blown firestorm with his surprise album GNX, and it's all because of the track Washed Out Murals. On this song, he
What'd she just call it?
GNX, and it's all because of the track Washed Out Murals.
Respect for you, lady, but it's called Whacked Out Murals.
On this song, he casually says, "I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down." And
Wayne
fans
down.
are flipping out, wondering if this is a shot at Wayne for getting snubbed for the Super Bowl halftime show. Talk about throwing shade, and Wayne didn't take it lightly either. He hit back on X with a cryptic, low-key threatening post, basically warning Kendrick to stay in his lane. And of course, Nicki Minaj and Birdman couldn't resist jumping in, blaming industry politics for the snub.
Freaking
Now,
Young
fans are
Money.
divided, with some hyping up the drama.
Especially with Nicki, her tyro, the way how she was twittering, like, god damn. She thought she was Trump's, she thought she was Trump with the fingers, like, god damn, girl. She your OG too and all, but shit. Put the phone down.
And others
All
begging
y'all
Wayne
Young
to
Money
chill.
motherfuckers,
And
y'all
as
need
if
to
things
put
couldn't
that-
get more heated, Pusha T has now entered the ring. Oh yeah, it's about to get messy.
So when you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
That was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't good.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now the beat, how'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well,
I
you know
thought
what?
the beat was kind of chunky.
But you know what? But no. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record.
Response, right.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
Got you.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to.
How the beef began. Back in September, Kendrick Lamar was announced as the 2025 Super Bowl headliner in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's hometown. And while this was an exciting moment for him, it was a slap in the face for Lil Wayne, who felt snubbed by the organizers. He took to Instagram to express his disappointment, saying that he felt hurt for not being picked.
Which we're still gonna say, nigga, how can you feel hurt about not getting picked when, nigga, it was never promised to you in the first place? That's why it's like, where does that connect in your head saying about how it was promised to you? Where did it... Look, Wayne, you're a legend, but this is some sucker shit right here. I'm sorry.
Forgive me for the delay. The delay on... And just the delay, I want to say, I had the first part, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say
Without breaking, it's crazy.
I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and the support out there. Your words turn into arms, and it held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position.
Which nobody did. That's what I'm saying. How can you say something is hurt? How can you say you're hurt when something wasn't even promised you in the first place? And this won't even have to go for Lil Wayne. Anybody who feels like that some type of way, where you feel like something was promised you when there was nothing of the talks of nothing was promised to you in the first place. And mind you, like they said before, like they were saying, it was the fans who was saying of how Lil Wayne was. It was the fans of New Orleans that picked Kendrick. So blame them. If you want to blame anybody or so, blame them. Don't be trying to do that. Like, come to
mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot.
And if I'm not, let me not
In that stage, in that platform, in my city. And so it hurt. It hurt a whole lot. But y'all are amazing. It made me feel like not getting this opportunity. And
like I say, make it be like ish.
You guys reminded me that I ain't about y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and
it broke you.
I'm just
really
trying to put me back together. But my God, have you all helped me? Thanks to all my peers, my friends, my family, my homies on sports television, everybody repping me. I really appreciate that.
Like, bro, I'm sorry, but look, like I said, don't get it twisted. I don't want nobody thinking I'm trying to be a Wayne hater or anything, but and the thing is, when it comes to the levels of how people are when it comes to hip hop and such, you got your newbies, you got your newbie fans, your casual fans, and your die-hard fans when it comes to hip hop and such, and anybody of your hip hop legend. And I'm in the middle of casual fan, where even though I don't know a lot of certain hip hop stuff, but I ain't like a stand for saying somebody is this perfect human, perfect rapper and all that and such. Cause let's be honest, even legends sometimes tend to F up on some certain things, whether it be music or something else. So with that being said, when it comes to Wayne, don't get me wrong, Lil Wayne is like one of the best rappers. There's no Wayne slander on that. But what I'm saying is, with this type of shit where, nigga, to feel like you was entitled for something, where you're saying about how you was hurt and such, you wasn't mentally prepared. Nigga, if nothing was ever promised to you in the first place, and plus, matter of fact, I don't even want to hear this no more, so let me just, because we've already seen the video like multiple times, so I'm gonna just skip to you. But yeah, like I'm saying, if nothing was ever promised to you in the first place, then you should not be talking about how you was hurt and this and that and the third. I'm sorry. And plus, for the many times the Super Bowl was performed in New Orleans, Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was performed like 10 times, and next year in February it's going to be the 11th time. So why in those 10 times, hell, even in your prime, right? Why didn't you perform at those times? Like, huh? You had multiple times within those 10 times the Super Bowl was performed in New Orleans to perform there. And you didn't. So, I'm like, if you never performed those 10 other times, why all of a sudden you thought this? And plus, with the year Kendrick has been having and such, you thought you was just gonna easily get it? Hell no.
Kendrick dropped the surprise album GNX on November 22nd, where he addressed Lil Wayne's thoughts on his headlining slot in his track, Waxed Out Murals. In one of the lines, he goes, "Used to bump Thaw Carter 3. I held my Raleigh chain proud. Irony. I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down." But fans were quick to point out that it wasn't a diss, but more of a personal reflection.
I don't feel like it wasn't a diss.
Kendrick is basically saying he grew up admiring Wayne and Thaw Carter 3, which was huge for hip-hop. But now that Kendrick's made it big, he feels like maybe Wayne isn't as supportive as he hoped. The part about the Raleigh chain is Kendrick showing off his success.
It's rope. Whoever is, look, I ain't trying to disrespect, but whoever this lady narrator is, she definitely has to be like, I ain't trying to say she has to be hood or whatever, but the certain words of how she pronounces them, Raleigh, what she say, waxed and such, it's Rolly and whacked. Whacked. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep on look, you know what? Let me just try to block out certain words that she's saying, but just know that every time when she does that,
as he hoped.
I'm
The
like,
part about
nigga.
the Raleigh chain is
But
Kendrick
it is what it
showing
is.
off his success. But there's also a deeper message. He's proud of how far he's come, but it seems like reaching the top has caused some distance between him and the people he looked up to. The line hits hard because Kendrick's worked so hard to get where he is, but success can come with unexpected changes in relationships. It also shows how much respect he has for the culture. He's not new to this. He grew up on legends like Wayne, and Kendrick has always shown love to Wayne. In a 2016 interview with the Coveteur, he called him the greatest and praised him for shaping hip-hop culture. Lil Wayne is the greatest, not only because of his music, but also because of the culture he put behind it. It was a big part of what he was talking about, so we always hold Lil Wayne in high regards. But apparently, Wayne wasn't feeling the love because when he heard Kendrick's lyric, he wasted no time taking his feelings to X at 4 a.m. on November 23rd, dropping a fiery post that had everyone talking. He wrote, "Man, what if I do? I just be chillin' and they still come for my head? Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love." But fans were quick to remind Wayne not to mess with Kendrick, especially after the way K. Dot dragged Drake earlier this year. One fan wrote on X, "With all due respect,
Dragged
Wayne,
his ass.
you're gifted at many things, but beef has never been your strong suit in rap. You've had some good one-liners, but that won't be enough here." Kendrick addressed the SB snub. "Just let it end there. Legend. Kendrick is in crash mode."
That's a perfect summary of how it is. You couldn't sum it up any better than that. Hold on, run it back. You couldn't sum it up any better than that. Like you've always had, Wayne's always had like those good punchlines where nigga, you'll be like, why didn't I think of that? You as a rapper think like, why didn't I think of that? Like what? Like come on now. If you was a rapper, even if you're an up and coming rapper or you been new to the or whatever, right? If you're a rapper and you hear these types of bars from Lil Wayne, you'll be like, damn, I wish I would have taken that bar. So, like I said, we always gonna love Wayne for those one-line punchers that he always has. And much more like he's the reason why most niggas right now wear dreads and such. Straight up, be honest. And tats and all that and whatnot. But when it comes, like he's admitted on camera saying that he's not a battle rapper. So I'm sorry, even if he's trying to talk spicy and such, and even if we do want to see it, you know good and damn well. And like I said, I love Wayne. And I don't even want to try to be like I'm a D-writer and such. But if Kendrick finds a way, because with the way how Lil Wayne's with his certain situations, that's certain sayings that he's had over his career, trust me, where he was talking about how there's no racism don't exist and such, or he don't believe in Black Lives Matter. Let Kendrick hear something like that, and boy, he will cook your ass on that.
SB snub. Just let it end there.
Just say
Legend. Kendrick is in crash
Just
mode.
off of those
Another
two, he
one
will straight up
commented,
cook
"You
you
cried
with that.
over a halftime show that was never promised to you
Never
just because you
promised to
felt
you."
entitled to it like a little." Yet another one wrote,
B-word.
"Why you acting like you didn't make a whole vid crying about the Super Bowl plus? Kendrick didn't even diss you." Meanwhile,
and it wasn't even
others
a
defended
diss.
Wayne, urging him to focus on his legacy and not engage in a feud with Kendrick. "Ignore him, my idol. You're bigger than him." But it seems like Lil Wayne
yo,
is not about
hold
to
on
let
now.
it slide. Joe Budden spilled some tea on his podcast, claiming Weezy had tried to hit up
Allegedly.
Kendrick after hearing GNX, but Kendrick ghosted him. According to Budden, Wayne wasn't having it and hit the booth right after, hinting that we might be getting a diss track soon.
This Kendrick shit, I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that
Say it.
I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was. I'm hearing that Kendrick didn't answer.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months. Anyway. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you
Rapper.
don't answer, it's like what Mark told Flip when they had their Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth
To hit me
to
back.
hit me
Pick
back.
up that phone.
I don't want to hit
If
you
you
back.
don't.
nigga. Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes. I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Love Wayne.
Somebody.
All right, hold on.
With her feelings. Budden also hinted that Drake had a similar situation earlier this year, trying to
Exit.
smooth things over with Kendrick. But let's just say
You
it
try to do
didn't
that.
end well for Drizzy either. And speaking of Drizzy, let's look back at how Kendrick destroyed him this year after their long-standing beef. Drake versus Kendrick. The drama between Drake and Kendrick Lamar is a wild roller coaster ride that's been going on for years. They started out as collaborators, dropping heat together on tracks like Buried Alive Interlude, 2011, and Poetic Justice,
Poetic
2012.
Justice, Crazy enough, while I was like making some like dinner or so for my parents, and I was playing some music in the background, nigga, this was the song that came up. This was literally the next song that came up playing and such. So it's crazy that at one point these two were on the exact same song with one another, and now with this whole shit that's happened, not anymore.
For years, they started out as collaborators, dropping heat together on tracks like Buried Alive Interlude, 2011, and Poetic Justice, 2012. But that good energy didn't last. In 2013, Kendrick set it off with his
Control.
infamous verse on Big Sean's Control, where he basically called out all the rappers, including Drake,
Everybody.
to step their game up. Drake tried to play it cool in interviews, but fans were quick to spot the little jabs in their music. Fast forward to March 2024, and Kendrick drops Like That, which everybody saw as a direct shot at Drizzy.
First of all, and that's the hold on before we get back more into this. People gotta remember that wasn't Kendrick's song. That was Future and Metro Boomin's song. Kendrick was the feature. He wasn't that wasn't his song. But I ain't gonna cap. The way how he just spazzed on it and such, you might as well have said that was his song. But no, people need to get it correct. That was Future and Metro Boomin's song. Kendrick was the feature artist. But like I said, with the way how he freaking called out, taking major shots at not only Drake, but at J. Cole, yeah. I could see why you would say, oh, focus camera. I could see why you would say that would be Kendrick's song, so.
Of course, Drake wasn't about to let that slide, so he clapped back with tracks like Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle. And plot twist, Tailor-Made even featured AI-generated Tupac vocals, which sent the Tupac estate into a tizzy and got yanked off streaming platforms. But Kendrick wasn't done either. He hit back with two tracks,
he ain't going.
Euphoria and 616 in LA. And let me tell you, he went in. The 6-minute diss was
Facts.
savage, with Kendrick dragging Drake over everything from using the N-word to his fashion choices, and even questioning his place in hip-hop. But Drake wasn't about to sit back and take it. He fired back with Family Matters, throwing some serious shade at Kendrick, accusing him of having domestic issues and even taking shots at his relationship with his fiancée, Whitney Alf.
And this is where now I'm gonna say, where in that whole damn lawsuit that he had, with the defamation, nigga, you literally, hold on, let's you point it out one more time. Just for his ass to need to rethink of that damn. I get that it's saying it's a pre-action submission or whatnot, but to me personally, at the end of the day, I just say it's suing for suing, cause the fact that you want to take this to court over this rap song is crazy in itself. But nigga, you gonna talk about defamation of character? You literally called this man a wife beater on Family Matters. You are literally saying that his kids ain't his. You said that his homie Dave Free is your kid's real daddy. Like, nigga. And you,
fired back with Family
Like,
Matters,
bro,
throwing some
get the
serious
fuck
shade
outta
at Kendrick, accusing him of having domestic issues and even taking shots at his relationship with his fiancée, Whitney Alford, claiming it was filled with infidelity. Well, you know Kendrick wasn't about to let that slide. He hit back with Meet the Grams, claiming Drake had a secret child and some sketchy connections. Then he dropped Not Like Us, accusing Drizzy of even more shady stuff, which pushed Drake to deny everything in his track, The Heart Part 6.
Nah, that nigga. And like I was saying in, if I were Dave Free, now I got it, cause I was always saying Dave East, but no, it's Dave Free. But like I was even saying on that, the way how he sounded on that, not only who he was getting defensive, but the mood was very low. Cause go listen back to the songs like Push Ups or Tailor Made and Family Matters. All of them had this high energy where he's battling and such, right? And then in this Heart Part 6, even if it was the instrumental that made it sound like it, but still, his energy was straight up low. And the fact, and for most of the rebuttals and such that he was rebuttaling off of on Meet the Grams, I'm like, nigga. Was it Meet the Grams he rebutted off of or Not Like Us? It probably was Not Like Us, because he was saying about how he was repeating back how if I was this PDF file, I would have been gone to jail. Like, nigga, nobody, I don't care if it's not true or if it is true. You don't try to find a way how to defend it. Don't say shit like that. Saying about how I'm too rich and saying about how you're too rich and famous, and no, nigga, it don't matter. Rich, famous or not, whether you're rich, famous or not, nigga, you can go down for that shit. Fuck out of here, thinking just because you're famous and such. Out of here. I'm reacting. Sorry, y'all. I thought I heard it. You already know. But yeah, like, nigga, don't say that shit just because, oh, you're rich and famous. Nigga, you think they care? Look at Diddy. Look at his situation. Yeah, he's rich. He's a billionaire. But guess what, nigga? He in jail now. So don't think it won't happen to your ass too.
Shady stuff, which pushed Drake to deny everything in his track, The Heart Part 6. Drake's response was super candid, but fans were divided. Some thought it was a strong move, while others felt like it was too little, too late, adding even more drama to this already heated feud. But Kendrick, he's winning this war, no question. His diss track, Not Like Us, debuted at #1 on the Hot 100, making it his 4th #1. One hit and his first solo number, one since Humble. Plus, Euphoria shot up 8 spots, peaking at #3. Kendrick was on fire. Then, just to really rub it in, Lamar hit the stage at the Pop-Out concert in Inglewood, California, where he debuted.
And that motherfucker played the song 5 or 6 times on that Pop-Out. Like, nigga. The fact that that song was played I'm gonna just say 5 times right now. Played 5 times. 5 times. And I ain't talking Booker T when I say 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times shit and such. But nah, that song was played 5 times. And not one time people were sick of that song. And what's so crazy is you saw motherfuckers coming in here start dancing and shit to it.
Live performances of those Drake disses like That and Euphoria. Oh, and he tweaked a lyric about 2P's ring. Yeah, the one Drake has. Talk about petty. To cap it all off, Kendrick performed Not Like Us 5 times at the concert, literally dancing on Drake's grave and taking a victory lap in this rap war. And oh boy, Drake wasn't having it. He went as far as filing a lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick's track, claiming defamation and accusing them of pushing a song that falsely branded him a you-know-what. He even said UMG was behind some shady Spotify boost for Kendrick's song and made similar claims against iHeartRadio, suggesting there was a pay-to-play scheme going on. Meanwhile, Kendrick...
And it's like, nigga, you is not finna go and the crazy way of how he's trying to blend it, he's trying to make it be this narrative where, oh, they falsely building up a song where it's not supposed to be all that and whatnot. Nigga, I've said it before I've said this multiple times to myself, and many others have said it as well, and no too. Nigga, you act like anybody else. You act like even the casual hip hop fans know of certain shit that the labels always boost up certain songs that really, let's be honest, at the end of the day, most people, even if you can say what you want about the numbers and whatnot, but at the end of the day, and I know that, and if they have it in here, at the end of the day, nigga, it's the fans' choice of either which song they want to listen to and which songs they can deem is either mid, fire, trash, or something like that, right? So I don't know what Drake was trying to do with this whole lawsuit shit, because I guarantee if, and trust me, anyhow this actually goes through, Drake, he's already lost people's respect for him when it comes to this hip hop shit.
Kendrick's
he's already
track,
lost
claiming defamation
me
and
included.
accusing them of pushing a song that falsely branded him a you-know-what. He even said
your music can still be good, but at the end of the day, once we know what type of person you are,
and made similar claims
especially when it comes to something like this,
suggesting there was a pay-to-play scheme going on. Meanwhile, Kendrick, unbothered and out here winning. He's got the Super Bowl halftime show locked down, but not everyone is exactly cheering for him. A lot of people were super mad about Lil Wayne being left out, especially since the Super Bowl is heading to Wayne's hometown of New Orleans next year. The loudest complaints? From none other than Drake, Birdman, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki did not hold back and took to X to blast Jay-Z, who co-produces the halftime show, for choosing Kendrick over Wayne. She went off saying, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but...
Nicki, get the fuck off Twitter. Like I said, you're OG when it comes to not only just female hip-hop, but just hip-hop in general, but girl, and look at what look at what she gonna put. House N-word things. If you don't get out of here. Talking about denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Bitch, you act like you... Let me try. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. New Orleans, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man. Okay, first, and this is what I always hate when it comes to certain shit. Why does everything has to be about race? 9 times out of 10, certain shit doesn't have to be about race. Honest to God, whether it be music or just anything in general. Not everything in the goddamn world has to be about race. Certain shit could be because this person worked harder than you, and you didn't. And plus, Wayne hasn't put out a lot of songs this year. I'm sorry. And he's mostly put out features here, but... And I'm not saying he didn't put out no songs at all, but... With the way how Kendrick's been having this year and such, being hot as ever, I'm like, nigga, why wouldn't the NFL put get Kendrick to pay out the Super Bowl, huh? With the way he's been having, especially with this whole rap beef and such, like, and they want to, and the whole Young Money want to make it about them. That's why people are starting to look at Young Money like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
For choosing Kendrick over Wayne. She went off saying, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake and Nicki go you punishing Lil Wayne, the GOAT, and Nicki wasn't alone. Even Cameron chimed in, hinting that the snub might have something to do with the long-standing beef between Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Let's not forget, Wayne put Drake on the map when he signed him to Young Money in 2009, so there's definitely some history there.
New Orleans, you don't get Lil Wayne? That's what we doing?
Yeah.
Listen, you don't get Lil Wayne in New Orleans.
And nigga, if Wayne would have just kept his mouth shut and don't even make that video and such, you don't think Kendrick would have put, like how he literally said, Kendrick literally said in an interview saying about how Wayne is the greatest to him, right? For everything that he's put into hip hop and the culture, you don't think in your right mind that Kendrick wouldn't bring out Wayne? But guess what now? Because of how Wayne is acting, you can forget that now. Cause if Wayne would have never made that video, I guarantee you Kendrick would have brought him out and they would have performed like Mona Lisa on their ass. But nope, Wayne wanted to act like an entitled brat, and look what happened. And plus, with the many people have seen about how Wayne is not a great live performer, nigga, come the fuck on. You've seen, if many people have looked at Lil Wayne's performance when it live and such, 9 times out of 10, and I've seen video clips of it, I'm sorry. To me, and this is just my opinion, they do not look good. You see how Kendrick can perform live too. And he put some creative thoughts into his performance. So, hey, you can get, hey, if you want to roast me, go ahead, but the video proofs are out there.
New Orleans for the
Hot
Super
Boys.
Bowl. Not just Hot Boys, Cash Money, all the songs Lil Wayne's done, whether it's Blink 182, there's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's that? Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
Yeah,
this is
hating at this age is crazy.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
How can you even know if it's hate or not? You don't even know that.
Like, there's some hip hop that you probably don't know what's going on, to be totally honest with you. So we'll school you behind the scenes. Lil Wayne not to be performing in New Orleans for the Super Bowl is egregious, and it gotta stop.
Nigga, like I said, there were 10 times where the Super Bowl halftime show performance, or 10 times the Super Bowl was at New Orleans. None of those 10 times has Lil Wayne even performed there, or even been a feature artist there or whatever. So nigga, how you gonna say it was egregious if he wasn't even performing in the other 10? Like,
it gotta stop.
Kendrick definitely caught all the chatter. In his album GNX, he called out the industry for the fake love he got after his Super Bowl win. But he made sure to give props to Nas.
And crazy thing, the only nigga who congratulated him was Nas. The only hip hop legend. Think about that. The only hip hop legend that, well, then again, Snoop Dogg too. Well, no, I didn't think Snoop Dogg did it. But regardless, the only hip hop legend that congratulated Kendrick was Nas. And if I'm not mistaken, hear me out when I say this. And hey, correct me if I'm totally wrong. Nas is from the East Coast, right? A East Coast guy congratulating a West Coast guy to perform at the Super Bowl. But like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Nas is from New York, and New York is mostly like East Side and whatnot, right? So correct me if I'm not. But my nigga, the only hip hop legend congratulated him was Nas, and he's at East Coast. Where was the other West Coast legends congratulating him? Where? And maybe you could say Snoop Dogg, but then in a way I would say Snoop Dogg was congratulating, but I don't think he did. But that's besides the point. And even if it's not East Coast, West Coast, whatever, the point is the only hip hop legend that only congratulated Kendrick was Nas. Where was the other hip hop legends to congratulate him? Well, not even just the legends, just hip hop in general. Where was the other ones? You didn't hear nobody else congratulating him. But like I said, I could be wrong. Let me know.
Love he got after his Super Bowl win. but he made sure to give props to Nas, one of the few who showed real support. Nas even hyped Kendrick up on IG saying, always inspired by my brother KL, keeping the essence of this SHT alive and at the forefront. Salute King. Kendrick even threw some subtle shade at Snoop for posting that AI-driven Drake diss, saying he hoped it was the edibles talking. Snoop, being Snoop, owned it on X and was like, oh, yep, it was the edibles. Classic.
Yeah,
but Nas isn't the only one riding for Kendrick. Pusha T has been backing him too. And let's be real, that's probably because of Pusha's own beef with Lil Wayne. Pusha vs. Lil Wayne. Oh, the Lil Wayne and Pusha T beef has been simmering for over 20 years. And funny enough, Wayne apparently doesn't even remember how it started. But don't worry, I got you with a...
Now, like I said, I'm like a casual fan, so, and plus, I'm Jamaican, so most of my life and such, my first half of my life was in my home country of Jamaica, so I didn't know much of certain hip-hop stuff, so I didn't even know there was this simmering beef between Pusha T and Lil Wayne. We know about the Pusha T and Drake shit, but I didn't know about Pusha T and Wayne, so
doesn't even remember how it
school
started.
me on this.
But don't worry, I got you with a quick tea spill. So back in the early 2000s, Pusha T was still in clips with his brother, No Malice. In 2002, Lil Wayne and Birdman jumped on the remix of Clips' hit Grindin', and the Clips duo returned the favor by featuring on Birdman's What Happened to That Boy. Pharrell and Chad Hugo, aka the Neptunes, produced that track. Here's where the drama kicks off. According to Ebro Darden's 2018 Hot 97 breakdown, the Neptunes never got paid for their work with Birdman. Yeah, Birdman was already getting that shady reputation. After that, Pharrell swore off working with Cash Money Records forever. Fast forward, Wayne hit up Pharrell asking for some Billionaire Boys Club drip, and Pharrell hit him with a hard no. But here's the kicker. Wayne still rocked BBC gear in his Hustler music video, and later showed up on a 2006 Vibe cover wearing Bape, aka Pharrell's signature style.
That's what I thought too, yeah. But anyway, there was a non-payment at this point. And if you look back, Pharrell never worked with a Cash Money artist after this moment.
There's never been a Drake Pharrell collab in any way, huh?
I couldn't find one unless I missed one.
And the Clips was on this too.
So. The Clips was on this too.
Yeah.
So Push is here, obviously. And so then you fast forward to Lil Wayne co-opting the skateboard stylings, right? Wearing Bape after this moment.
Right.
Wearing Billionaire Boys Club, which is for...
And crazy thing, that's how crazy this is. The whole thing's because of Birdman. Mr. rubs his hands and shit like he freaking needs sanitizer and such. Because he didn't pay somebody, there's been this beef for over 20 years. That's how crazy how certain hip-hop beefs be starting off. Either somebody disses a certain family member, or it's because of money. I'm like, nigga.
Pharrell's clothing line after this moment, and I'm told behind the scenes, Lil Wayne used to ask for Billionaire Boys Club gear and was told no. And went and wore it in a video anyway, and they was like, yo, we told you basically not to wear our stuff, and it was like an issue.
So, Clips didn't let that slide. They dropped Mr. Me Too with Pharrell, throwing shade at folks biting their look. Fans took it as a not-so-subtle shot at Wayne, and Wayne, he clapped back in a complex interview, claiming he made Bape hot, not Pharrell. Things simmered down for a bit, but Pusha came back swinging in 2012 with Exodus 23:1. This time, he went straight for the jugular, calling out Wayne and Cash Money with the now iconic line, "You signed to one nay, that signed to another nay, that signed to three nays, now that's bad luck." Wayne didn't take that lying down. He jumped on Twitter to fire back, tweeting, Pusha T and everybody that love him. And if that wasn't enough, he dropped a diss track called Ghoulish, doubling down on the shade with lines like, "His head up, his Emma have to headbutt him. Yikes." But Pusha? He wasn't phased. He hit up Hot 97 and straight up dragged Wayne's diss, calling it horrible and trash.
When you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
That was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now the beat, how'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well, you know what?
The beat was kind of chunky.
But you know what? No. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record. Yeah, like it wasn't. It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to. Like I didn't.
Things cooled down after that until Kendrick's recent drama brought all the old beef back to life. And Pusha T is definitely Team Kendrick. At a recent Revolt World panel in Atlanta, Pusha gave K. Dot his flowers, praising him for keeping real lyricism alive and refusing to water down his music for mainstream appeal. When asked about Kendrick's influence on hip-hop, Pusha didn't hold back. He hyped up his Nostalgia collaborator and even gave a nod to Kendrick's upcoming Super Bowl halftime performance, a spot reserved for only the biggest stars.
Favorite collaborations that you've done, Nostalgia, featuring Kendrick Lamar. If I had to put two people that are closely related, I think about you and him just in terms of high-level lyricism, storytelling, authenticity, community-based, family-based. So when you see somebody like him who's in a similar vein, come from developing to now heading the Super Bowl, what do you view his branding and his impact on the game?
Man, it's amazing. Like, you gotta think, I'm sure people have said and have told him his whole career, like, oh my God, you rap good, you're great, but you rap too much. You need to make a song like this. You need to do that. It's amazing to watch him be exactly who he is.
You see how quick he
lyric
shuts all them people up.
And people who never even listen to lyrics are like reciting his freestyles, his battles, his songs. It's great to watch. And it's great for what it is that we do in lyric-driven hip-hop. It's great to see.
Now, while folks like Nicki Minaj, Birdman, and Cameron are mad that Lil Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl gig, Pusha had no problem pledging his allegiance to Kendrick. He's been riding with K. Dot, especially since they share mutual enemies. Yes, we're talking about Drake and Wayne. Pusha even reposted a clip of Kendrick throwing shade at Drake, saying, it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Sound familiar? Pusha definitely took it as a callback to his own epic 2018 beef with Drizzy, where he dropped the story of Adidon and ended that saga with a mic drop. And Pusha's still feeling like the champ. He spilled some tea, saying, "Every time I hear a subliminal in one of his songs, it just lets me know how deep it hurt him," he said. "Because it's been 4 years now, and we still talking about it. He is. I don't. I'm cool. But every time it's a subliminal, I'm like, yes, it burns. It still burns. It lets me know I love it." Oh, and let's not forget Kendrick's shout out to Pusha on Euphoria. Call that pushin' P. Let me see you push a T. Pusha T. Pusha was all about it, calling Kendrick's diss an incredible display of battle rap. Pusha T even admitted he doesn't know the meaning of too far. If someone crosses him, he's going full-on savage and leaving no survivors.
And that's how it should be.
Where they think that you went too far.
I don't care. I don't care. There is no too far. I don't play like that. That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
And hey, that's the type of mode you have to be.
Kendrick's cut from the same cloth. So, if Wayne actually follows through on his promise to destroy Kendrick, it won't just be a diss track, it'll be a lyrical bloodbath. But what do y'all think? Do you think Wayne can actually go toe-to-toe with Kendrick? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, trust me, the next one is gonna be even messier. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss it.
Hey, shout out to the Petty Show. That's what video? The Petty Show. Shout out to them. Make sure I give them a little like. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is, hey, that's how battle rap is. If you ain't cut from that same cloth, don't mess with that person that's been know how to do this shit and is not afraid to go there. Because like he just said, there is no going too far when it comes to this battle rap. And that's why me personally, I could never want to be in a battle rap with anybody. Because one, for shit sure, I'm glad I'm just a music listener. And two, I'm sorry, but taking shots at me, hey, go ahead all day long. But once you get to my personal shit, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know y'all gonna say, then that's some sucker shit by you. Nigga, I'm sorry, but nah. But yeah, at the end of the day, hey, Wayne, if he would've just sit this out, don't say anything, and actually congratulate Kendrick, rather than try to take this moment away from him and make it be about him, you don't think Kendrick would've wanna bring his ass out too? And they would probably perform Mona Lisa? Well, because of you now, you fucked that up for yourself. Because of him doing that video and being entitled now, yeah, he fucked it up for himself. And then with the whole thing reinventing with Pusha T now, if anyhow I see Wayne try to go at Pusha T, hey man. And like I said, I didn't even know there was respectfully, like I said, I didn't even know there was a beef between Pusha T and Lil Wayne. But hey, just from what it said, if anyhow this nigga Wayne tries to come at Pusha T, let Pusha T come back and try to murder this nigga with a lyric. But hey man, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. If there were ever if this battle were to ever come back again, who y'all got? Y'all got Lil Wayne or y'all got Pusha T? And if anyhow the battle does come, who you definitely got, Lil Wayne or Kendrick? Let me know in the comments below. But it's been your boy Homo Ziggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up. I'm out.